Alright everyone, well, I should say gamers this time. Yep, you know the drill here. My top 10 list of what I think the best video games of 2018 are. And again, keep in mind, just my opinion, so if you don't agree with me, then, well, please refrain from any obscene or extremely negative comments about this video. If you don't agree with me, then oh well. Otherwise, let's get to it, starting with number 10. Mega Man 11. Yep, released not only for the Nintendo Switch, but also for the PlayStation and Xbox and so forth. Yep, because it's obviously made by Capcom, and it may seem like this series has been ran into the ground a little too heavily, you know, after doing some of those crappy 3D games and so forth, but thankfully this one sticks true to what Mega Man is well known for, being 2D, you know, side-scrolling action with some real good challenges, obstacles, and pits and all sorts of stuff, you know, all that frustrating parts of the game, but it makes any diehard fan who grew up with this franchise, like myself, feel right at home. And I'm glad it saw the light of day, and yes, of course, there are collection games available for these consoles, including Nintendo Switch, and if you play this one on Nintendo Switch, man, it's not only great playing at home, but also on the go. So, Mega Man is mega awesome, once again. Number 9. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Yes, another gaming franchise that may have been ran into the ground and has had its spotty history in the past couple of years. You know, with the third one and, of course, Rogue and Unity. But then 4, and then, of course, Syndicate, and even Origins was actually pretty damn good. And this one may seem a little bloated at some parts, but it takes the necessary steps in not making it too familiar, but it keeps it familiar as well as making it more of a role-play game. So, yeah, I know, again, it may seem a little bloated and overdone, but man, it looks spectacular, especially on PlayStation and Xbox. That's what it's made for right there. So, may not be for everybody, but that's why it's on this spot on the list. So, I think Ubisoft has still got it with this franchise. I keep faith in them. I think this series is still going pretty good. They made the necessary changes, and the assassinations still feel awesome. Number 8. Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. Okay, well, I anticipated Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, but unfortunately that got pushed till next year, so, well, a little spoiler for the next couple lists here and there. But yeah, they sort of made up for this from Konami, and yes, in case you're wondering, yes, it is in the same universe as the Castlevania franchise, and thankfully, yes, I did a Let's Play video on this one. I was going to do a review on it, but maybe next year. But otherwise, yes, if you're a fan of the NES-style Castlevania games, this one will make you feel right at home. It's got such a great retro feel to it, which I know it's done on purpose, but damn, it's old school, and it just makes you feel like time never passed. That's how it is with this game. It may have taken a little bit of challenge out with the frustrating knockback part of it, and you can choose your difficulty, which makes it a lot easier if you're a real casual gamer like myself. Yeah, I sucked at these old Castlevania games, but it's just so much fun. The level designs were great, the boss fights were great, and all the characters with their different strengths and weaknesses and everything like that. It's just great. I love every time you beat a boss, you get a character unlocked and you can switch between them. It was just such a fun time to be able to play this, especially around Halloween. Castlevania, even though it's not called Castlevania, still, you feel like it's a Castlevania game. Same mechanics, same kind of gameplay, retro gameplay, feels awesome. Number 7, Kirby Star Allies. Yes, I can't get enough of these Kirby games, and I love Kirby Triple Deluxe, I love Kirby Planet Robobot, and this one, thankfully, no gimmicks. May seem a little easy, but damn, it's just Kirby being Kirby. And with the new idea of being able to form an alliance with enemies, it's actually a pretty creative idea too as well. On the Nintendo Switch only, obviously, it was just so much fun. Easy, simple, but come on, what other Kirby games weren't easy? But come on. And I know it seems a little cutesy for the most part, but I can't stay away from this. This is one of Nintendo's greatest franchises, sucking up enemies even, taking their powers, combining powers. It was just so much fun. Boss fights, again, may seem a little easy, and the gameplay may seem easy, but damn. I just kept playing until I beat it. It was just so much fun. I'm glad I anticipated this one. Trust me, and I'm sorry I didn't get a review on this one, but check it out if you're a fan of this Kirby franchise. I think it's still going pretty strong. Number 6, Super Mario Party. Alright, well, don't worry if you hated the last couple of Mario Party games, like for the Wii U especially, and even the Nintendo Wii. This one, I think, brings it back to its full glory. It may seem a little gimmicky with some of the motion controls, being that this is only, once again, on Nintendo Switch, but the mini games and everything are so much fun. Trust me. It's not Mario Party, it's Super Mario Party, and it is super fun. Number 5, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Yes, I should have anticipated this one, being that I played most of the Tomb Raider games, and yeah, we all know what Tomb Raider's like. She's like a female Indiana Jones, and the movie I thought was okay, the reboot, but damn, this game was fun. All the puzzles, all the weapons, and all the scenery and everything. Great return for this franchise, I can't say much more than that. Much better than what GameSpot makes it out to be. Trust me, it was fun. This girl can really still pack a punch. Number 4, God of War. On PlayStation 4 only, obviously, since this franchise is a Sony exclusive, like many other franchises. And, well, it's not a fourth game, it's actually a reboot. So for most of you who enjoyed the original trilogy, which is a solid series, but it did suffer some camera angles and so forth, and the third one is really good. It's available on PlayStation 4 as well as PlayStation 3, and the original ones are on the other PlayStation consoles. This one is a solid reboot. It gets better camera angles, better visuals, and this God of War, man, he is just badass. The scenery is just so spectacular in this. It takes advantage of what the PlayStation 4 is fully capable of. I mean, this god can surely rule the PlayStation universe. Or a gaming universe, I should say, in this matter. It is definitely worth it. Number 3, Red Dead Redemption 2. Yes, from Rockstar, the same creators of great sandboxish type games, like Grand Theft Auto and Bully. I just wish Bully would get a damn sequel already, but the more time they take, the better it will be, and that's what they did with this one, because originally it was supposed to come out last year, but thankfully the wait paid off, because this game was not only spectacular and fun. I know a little slow at the start with the snow and everything like that, but damn. Riding through the country, shooting. I mean, if you love spaghetti westerns, I can't stress how much more this game is a great continuation. If you love the first game, continues and, well, actually sort of becomes a little bit of a prequel, because you play as a different character and even meet up with your main character from the first game as well. Lots of stuff to do, lots of side missions, bounty hunts. It's just so much fun. The Old West couldn't look and play any more better than this. Way to go, Rockstar. Number 2, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Yes, for the Nintendo Switch, and I'm glad it's not called Super Smash Bros. For Switch. It got a real subtitle, like the other ones did before the Wii U and 3DS one, which were named after the consoles, and that's what I was hoping this one wouldn't suffer from exactly that problem. But thankfully, and I was really surprised this one, after seeing the Nintendo Direct video back in March, first sneak peek and confirmation about this game being released. Yeah, I was surprised that it was actually released this year and that it was not delayed a couple of times, and I was a little bit iffy on seeing how Nintendo would rush this game, but thankfully it wasn't rushed. I could tell they put the extra polish into this game. The character roster is enormous. I know, this game is fairly new, so I'll keep the spoilers to a minimum, but otherwise, yes, huge character roster, which does take a lot of unlocking to do, but it's like half the fun right there. Online's great. Of course, now with Switch, you gotta pay for online multiplayer, and the adventure mode has so much to do, so there's a lot to do with single player if you don't want to pay for online multiplayer, but man, it's just so good. There's so many courses in this game, it's so colorful, soundtracks, all the extra Easter eggs and stuff you can unlock, it's just phenomenal. If you don't have this game, then it's pretty obvious you don't have a Nintendo Switch. I mean, you can't get a Nintendo Switch without getting this game. It's just phenomenal. It's like buying a GameCube and not buying Melee. It's like buying a Wii and not buying Brawl. Even though that wasn't the best one, but this one actually outbeats the one on Wii U. It comes very close. Trust me, this series is still strong. And the number 1 best video game of 2018, just my opinion, people. Yep, you guessed it, Spider-Man. On PlayStation 4 only. Yes, like God of War, like Last of Us, and Uncharted. This is, again, only a PlayStation exclusive, and I don't think I have to say much more. I apologize that my review isn't up. It's been through a couple of delays, but bear with me, folks. It's coming, people. Just give it some time. It's just been a real heartache trying to test all these technical problems that I've been having with it, but I ain't got much to say. It's an awesome open world type of game. New York City looks glorious in this. I mean, playing as Spider-Man, it's like playing as Batman in the Arkham games. It does for Spider-Man like Arkham City and all the other Arkham games did for Batman. I mean, it's just incredible. I mean, I ain't gonna say much more there. Beating the hell out of people is so much fun. Web slinging, all the upgrades. Again, it bears a lot of similarities to those games, but hey, there's nothing wrong with drawing a little inspiration, and as well as keeping fresh and original. The villain designs are really good. I love all the cutscenes, the character interactions, the voice acting. It's just so perfected beyond every level. I mean, it has plenty of Easter eggs, even a Stan Lee cameo. So yeah, not to give too much away, fantastic game. All I can say to you Xbox fanboys is you're really missing out. I mean, I don't mean to be offensive, but if you want a great reason to own a PlayStation 4, well, here you go, right here. This is a perfectly good reason, right next to Last of Us and Uncharted series and so forth. So, until next time, that's my list right there, people. Happy gaming.